So the project at hand today is hanging up a bike rack, and I want to get it off the floor and give it its own permanent home, and I'll walk you guys through what I'm doing. I'm going to be using this bracket that I found that mirrors a 2-inch receiver to hang it up on the wall. My first step is marking the height of the motorcycle on the wall. That way when I pull it away, I'll have a rough idea of what kind of clearance I'm going to be needing. So it's going to be important to be mounted in a stud for this. So what I'm going to do is mark a couple of studs so that I can try and visualize where left to right is going to be the best position on the wall. And here's just a good test of, can I lift it into position, and am I happy with where it is left to right? Do I have good clearance from the motorcycle and the garage door buttons? So next up is another piece of painter's tape, and this is so I can mark the stud and then mark the drill hole locations and not leave any marks behind on the wall. I like to check from both sides of the stud and then use a level to connect the lines and make sure I didn't get a bad reading. And then I'm lining up the mounting holes on the bracket with my vertical line and marking for each hole position. Next, I'm going to pre-drill each hole with a small drill bit, first to check and make sure I hit the stud, and second to make sure I don't hit any nail plates. So I've got nail plates in the wall, and those are there to protect both wires and a central vac pipe that I have in the wall. Once the small hole is drilled, I will go back through and drill with the final larger drill bit. Next is driving the bolts into the wall. And I am using a impact driver here, but you could just do the whole thing with a wrench if you wanted to. I ended up finishing it with a wrench since my impact didn't quite drive these home. And here is the obligatory hang test. You can't see it, but I had my feet off the ground and the bracket stayed where it was supposed to. All right, so that went really well. Fits perfectly up on the wall. Depending on the bike rack you've got, it doesn't really stick out all that far. Pretty easy to put the bike rack up there. It's not too high for myself. If you mount it lower, you could probably store your bikes up there. I could store my bikes on this one too, but as you can see, I've got them storing upside down over there already. All right, and here it is unfolded. If you were thinking about storing your bikes up on it, I'd probably have to use a ladder in my case, but still a pretty easy way to get them up out of the way. And here it is tipped down, so I could load the bike in the back, tip it up against the wall, and then load the bike in the front. So hopefully you found that useful and learned something. If it was helpful, feel free to leave me a comment or a like or subscribe. Let me know what you found useful about it. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.